Welcome to Pigskin Frenzy on this wonderful Thursday afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Joel Norris, and whether you're watching on YouTube, listening on Spotify, or listening on Podbean, a big thank you for taking some time out of your Thursday to just sit back, watch, and listen to some NFL coverage presented by me. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the episode, and leave a comment down below. Spotify, or listening on there, share around with others, and follow on there as well. Podbean, same thing. If you're listening on there, share around with others and follow on there also. We have Facebook and we have Twitter. Twitter, it's at pigskin_frenzy, all lowercase. All you got to do is type that bad boy on the search engine. You'll find it. Follow and like the page there. You'll get episode updates as well as news and highlights from across college and NFL football. Facebook, same thing. All you got to do is type in Pigskin Frenzy, follow on the page there. You'll get episode updates as well as news and highlights from across college and NFL football. NFL day to day. Teams are now in minicamp. This is how fast the offseason is going, guys. Sorry, I'm just getting my notes ready. But yes, we're in the offseason, and it's going by quick, right? We're in minicamp already. We're in OTAs for the NFL. A lot of teams, majority of the teams are now in minicamp. I mean, you heard some jokes from Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow. You heard some stuff from the Bills, the Giants, and we're going to get into all of that, right? We're going to get into everything. We're going to get into some updates from minicamp, and we're going to update you on some situations for minicamp and what's been going on, right? With free agent wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, Giants running back Saquon Barkley, and Bills wide receiver Stefon Diggs, that, some situations that came out in the headlines and made some headlines across social media and news articles that we're going to dive into. So don't leave yet. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on each episode. Leave comments down below. Podbean, if you're listening on there, share around with others. Follow on there, and Spotify. Same thing with Spotify. Share around with others on there. Follow on Facebook and Twitter. So let's just kick it off with some minicamp updates. Let's go. Let's go up to New York first, right? This is a very intriguing, saga, right? This has been going on for a while now, right? This has been going on for almost a year. So let's have an update on running back and Giants running back, that is Saquon Barkley. So update on him. He missed minicamp. I'm just going to, wow, Joel, you're just going to immediately just throw that on us. Yeah, I'm going to throw it on you. He missed minicamp. And that was coming. It was obviously coming. I posted it on the Facebook pages and Twitter page for Pigskin Frenzy. He missed minicamp. The Giants are, remaining in good communication with him. So here are my notes for this. He missed minicamp. It was coming. It was due to the franchise tender and contract talks. Yes, he did not re-sign. He did not sign that franchise tender. He wants a long-term deal, and he wants a deal that is fitting for him. He says, and I quote, he announced this on his social media, that he is not looking for a huge super market, super best running back and highest paid running back in the league deal. He's not. He's looking for a deal that's fair on all sides, and he's looking for a long-term contract because he wants to stay with the Giants, right? He's openly expressed that. He wants to stay with the New York Giants. So here's the good news. The Giants and Saquon Barkley are back in open communication, and they're on good terms again, according to NFL insider Ian Rappaport and other NFL Network insiders. So they are on good terms. They have reopened contract talks. That's another good thing. Good source of good news, at least. They've reopened their contract talks, and they put their original offer back on the table for him. When you look at it and think about that just for a second, their original contract is not bad. It just needs reworking, So I think Saquon Barkley is open and he's in communication, and he trusts the Giants to get a deal done. Now, will they get a deal done? That's the real question. I don't know about that. It is skeptical. If you're a Giants fan right now, you're thinking, oh no, we may lose our star running back. We may, our star running back may not play. It's kind of skeptical, and it's kind of, interesting to see and interesting to hear, but you just got to wait and see how it all plays out. If I'm a Giants fan, I'm trusting into the Giants organization. I'm trusting in, the management, and I'm trusting in, everybody to get this deal done, because Saquon Barkley is a huge piece of their offense, and he is a player that you do not want to let walk away and get away from you, right? If Saquon Barkley is on the table, you need to go, and he's in the market, you need to go pick him up, right? That's any team. That's not just the Giants. That's anybody. Saquon Barkley is an asset to any team, and especially an asset to the Giants. So the Giants don't want to let this one slide and let this one go away. They had a deal open for discussion before they re-signed Daniel Jones to a huge deal. It was kind of like, okay, we have a deal here between Daniel Jones and then Saquon Barkley. Who are we giving the franchise tenure to? They chose to give the franchise tenure to Saquon Barkley. He did not sign. Here's the issue with that. I would have re-signed Saquon Barkley first and then dealt with Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is a solid quarterback. However, the asset to the team and what the key of that offense is a Saquon Barkley, and you don't want to let that one slide. So I think the Giants caught themselves a little bit under fire here for this, but it's not Saquon Barkley's demanding anything. He just wants a longer term deal. That's all he wants. He wants a restructured contract and a long term deal, and he wants a deal that is fitting and fair to all sides. So before we move on from this, Barkley, and this is in projections, he is worth over $12 million in projections. That would make him the second highest paid running back in the league. First is Christian McCaffrey at $16 million. So do we expect a Christian McCaffrey $16 million deal? Who knows? We'll see what the contract holds and what it reworks on. So we don't know. We don't know what the future holds, but we do know that they're in open communication and they have put their offer back on the table. Is Saquon Barkley thinking about it? Most likely, yeah. We don't know what's going to happen, but we will, we have to keep everybody posted. And, Pigskin Frenzy over here will have updates on the Saquon Barkley contract situation on Facebook and Twitter. So just keep on following and, liking the pages on there as well. So moving on from the Saquon Barkley talks, and I was going to get into an update on Dalvin Cook. Speaking of running backs, there's no really huge update on Dalvin Cook other than he was released, and that was known. And I said that last week that it was going to happen. But with Dalvin Cook, he wants to be appreciated and valued. He did say that. So we'll see where that goes. We don't know what, we still think that Denver and Miami are still in the lead. But nonetheless, that's just a small update on Dalvin Cook. Nothing, too major. I'll keep y'all updated on Pigskin Frenzy as well, and on the social media pages. So moving on, let's go with DeAndre Hopkins. This is a little bit away from minicamp, but still has something to do with minicamp because minicamp's still going on while this is happening, right? So let's go with wide receiver free agent DeAndre Hopkins. So graphics up now, update on him. What's going on with him? He's visiting, making his rounds. He's making his rounds towards management and meeting up with guys at their mini camps. Right? It's big. I mean, it's big because when you have a receiver like DeAndre Hopkins making the rounds and coming to your organizations, it's like, okay, we may he's a free agent. He's one of the hottest. He's probably, if not the hottest receiver on the market right now. We want to see what we can get out of him, right? So updates. He's made his visits to the Tennessee Titans. They were in communication. They were on good terms, and it was a good visit. They said Hopkins said he really enjoyed the visit with the Titans. He's still in contact with them. He said that. These are some notes that I have from that. He's still in contact, and they are on good terms right now. Now, currently, the team that is showing the most promise out of the deal with the New England Patriots is showing the most promise. So keep an eye on that, right? Keep an eye on what's going on in Foxborough right now because DeAndre Hopkins is now visiting him today. He is visiting Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, and everybody at minicamp there, and they're having dinners, which is interesting. They're having dinners, and they are trying to meet and see why DeAndre Hopkins. It's almost like a job interview almost. Why is he a fit for their offense? Honestly, I think he is a fit for their offense. They got Devontae Parker. They have Mike Gesicki now. Mac Jones. Mac Jones is the game bred of that offense, right? And, he'll have another, elite receiver to throw to with DeAndre Hopkins if he chooses to sign with the Patriots. So the team that is showing the most promise right now, like I said, is the New England Patriots. And there is optimism that after today, according to NFL insiders, that a deal could strike up after today's visit. So I've been hearing a lot about that. Will a deal strike up? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying a deal will strike up. But, I mean, you never know. There's optimism that a deal could strike up. So DeAndre Hopkins visiting the New England Patriots. They're showing the most promise. And I wouldn't be surprised if D-Hop signed with the Patriots at all. I think it's a good fit. I think in Bill O'Brien's offense with Mac Jones, that would go a long way. I think DeAndre Hopkins, was coached under Bill O'Brien when he was the head coach of the Houston Texans. Now he's the offensive coordinator for the New England Patriots, and he would fit in that style of offense. So it looks good. It looks like a good visit and a good deal could happen there. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see how everything plays out. That's pretty much all I got on the situation with and updates on DeAndre Hopkins. He visited the Titans. They are in good communication and they remain in contact. And the New England Patriots are the team to visit now. But there's optimism that they are the favorite. And there's optimism that D-Hop could land in Foxborough and play for the New England Patriots under Bill Belichick and Bill O'Brien. So interesting to see there. We will, keep you posted on that. And we're moving on, right? We're moving on to some more minicamp updates. And I know the D-Hop thing was not really, it was more about D-Hop than minicamp, but it's happening during minicamp. And they also said, and I'll leave you with one piece of news before we officially move on. Don't be surprised until a deal gets striked up in training camp. That is weeks out. I know it's weeks out, but don't be surprised if a deal gets, spun up in training camp. I think that would be, more logical, honestly. Wait till minicamp happens and then a deal, could, be strung up there. So, moving on now officially. Let's go back to minicamp. Minicamp is just a time where a lot of people attend practices, get physicals done, and just get some training in and start the new league year and be ready and be prepared before preseason hits, before training camp hits, and before the regular season hits. Get ready for the grind. Again, that's what minicamp is all about. Minicamp and OTAs, that's what it's all about before, training camp and, the season hits. So, an update. Going into Buffalo's minicamp. Now, minicamp for Buffalo started out fine until there's one problem. Where's number 14 at? And by number 14, I mean wide receiver Stefon Diggs. So we have an update on that graphic now. So, update on wide receiver, Bills wide receiver Stefon Diggs. So, he's their go-to guy, obviously. Josh Allen, their potential future MVP quarterback and potential Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl quarterback, right? They have Gabriel Davis. They have Cole Beasley. They have, Dalton Kincaid now, who's, a solid tight end. It will be a solid tight end with him and Dawson Knox as a tandem there. But you need your guy, right? You need Stefon Diggs. What happened? So day one, he was a no-show. That is basically a way to put it. He was a no-show. Sean McDermott was kind of worried about that. He even said it. He said, I'm a little worried about what's going on. Then, according to his agent, Adsia Bakari, my bad, my wording, Adsia Bakari, he said that he was in Buffalo. Stefon Diggs, his receiver, was in Buffalo and that he would be attending minicamp after missing the first day. Day two rolls around. Who's on the field? Stefon Diggs. He's on the field. He makes it and returns to He returns to Buffalo and he attends the second day and all over. He attended the rest of minicamp. So Sean McDermott went to the media and had a press conference again and said that everything was resolved with Stefon Diggs and everything's on good terms. And they're excited to have Diggs there. So now it remains to be seen what happened. That's my question. What happened? Because a receiver like that doesn't miss minicamp like that and then returns to minicamp like that, and then all of a sudden everything's resolved. yes, I would assume that they're leaving everything in behind closed doors, right? This is all according to NFL insiders, Ian Rappert, and other NFL insiders on NFL Network, by the way, between, Stefon Diggs and him missing minicamp. But yeah, it's weird, right? It's a weird thing. It's one of those things where something must have happened and something that Stefon Diggs did not like, and it caused him to just, all right, I'm going to take a break, take a break for a solid day at least. And something happened. We don't know what happened, but something did happen. And it's all a guessing game at this point of what did happen. Was there a fault? Was there a miscommunication? Was he didn't like something did something happen with his physical? Did he not like what was going on offense? Would he have an argument with one of the receivers? Josh Allen? Who knows? Right? You don't know. The coaching staff, the management, who knows? But now everything's resolved, and Stefon Diggs was training, and he posted on Instagram, on his social media, a picture with him and Josh Allen high-fiving each other and being buddies, right? And being friends. So it seemed like everything was good. Now, there was rumors because there was, obviously, the media likes to spin up stuff, and you're like, Joel, you're technically a part of the media. You host a podcast called Pigskin Frenzy. But, yeah, media does, and I'll be the one to admit, media stirs up stuff. They do. Media was stirring up to the fact that during the Buffalo Bills and Cincinnati Bengals playoff game, Josh Allen was, head down on the sideline, and Stefon Diggs was, shouting, saying, "Throw me the ball, I'm open," all this stuff. That they said it was stemming back to issues from that game. Do I think so? Not really. I think that game was just in the rearview mirror. That was in January, like I said, in the rearview mirror in the past. That was last season. Did they think that issues were stemming from there? The media was stirring that up to be a problem. I don't know what happened. I don't really know. I can't say, what was going on with Stefon Diggs, but I can tell you that it was kind of interesting to see. And if we have any more updates on it, we'll, throw it right here on Pigskin Frenzy. But everything's fine at the moment, but it was kind of strange that he missed minicamp. But now that he's back, he attended, and everything seems to be fine, with what's going on with Stefon Diggs and, and the Buffalo Bills. So that was everything from, mini camps. That was an update on DeAndre Hopkins, an update on Stefon Diggs, and an update on, running back Saquon Barkley for the New York Giants and their contract talks. We're out of time. So I know that was a fairly quick episode, and you're probably thinking, that was it? But yes, we're out of time. A big thank you for taking some time out of your Thursday to just sit back, watch, and listen to some NFL coverage presented by me. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the episode, and leave a comment down below. Spotify, if listening on there, share around with others, and follow on there as well. Podbean, same thing. If you're listening on there, follow on there as well, and share around with others. Facebook and Twitter. Twitter, at pigskin_frenzy, all lowercase. All you got to do is type that bad boy on the search engine. You'll find it. Follow and like the page there. You'll get episode updates as well as news and highlights from across college and NFL football. Facebook, same thing. Follow and like the page there. Just type in Pigskin Frenzy, and you'll find it. Follow and like the page. Again, you'll get episode updates as well as news and highlights from across college and NFL football. Again, big thank you for taking some time out of your Thursday to just listen to some NFL coverage and about, updates on DeAndre Hopkins, Saquon Barkley, and Stefon Diggs, and across minicamp from the NFL. We'll be back Tuesday for a special edition of Pigskin Frenzy. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to have our first ever guest on for Pigskin Frenzy, and it is, he's across the state of Mississippi, and from my home state of Mississippi, he's, big across the state of Mississippi. He is from ESPN Radio, 105.9 The Zone in the state of Mississippi. He is the host of Out of Bounds with Bo Bounds. He is Bo Bounds, and he will be on the show Tuesday, and we're going to talk about his career and college football and everything going around college football, especially SEC football. So you're not going to want to miss it. Pigskin Frenzy Tuesday. Tune in and subscribe to the channel and keep plugging in. So I'm Joel Norris signing off, and we will see you Tuesday for that special interview and that special edition of Pigskin Frenzy Tuesday. And for everybody out there, stay the course.